Hi, this is Paul from globaltradingsoftware.com, and this is a VWAP Predator video. A lot of questions recently about bonds. So I'm on the ThinkorSwim platform here with ZN. Okay, so this is 10-year bonds, then 10-year Treasury note futures. Very, very tradable, especially with the VWAP Predator. But the times of the day vary for this. Some of the moves are better taken during the European Open. So a lot of these you'll see between sort of 3, 5, 6 a.m. US time. So very, very interesting, and also on the 10-minute time frame with the VWAP Predator. So I've pre-done a little bit of work here. So we're going to put in some support and resistance zones. So when we're looking at sort of previous days, but this is a Sunday going into Monday here. We look at some major support and resistance zones where traders make decisions and basically form those pivots. So I want to make sure that we're clear of those if we're going to trade anything long or short. So I've already put those on, and I've put some potential entries just in these cyan hashed lines there, just to help me get through the video rather quickly. So with the VWAP Predator, we're looking at certain lines. So the main VWAP line is here, okay? And then we have fib extensions of those VWAP lines. And what we're looking for is, we're using the logic, volume weighted average price, it's just a line, but you need to understand the price action, the volume compared to the previous candles, whether it's higher or lower than average volume, and this VWAP Predator does that for you. And then if we get an open from one side of a VWAP line to another, with all of that criteria that's in the logic, then we get a buy or a sell signal. So here, for example, we get a buy signal at this point here, we get another one here. So, when we get this first buy signal, our entry's one tick above, okay? We get it pulls back down to the VWAP, in fact, and then we push higher with another buy signal. That's our entry at this point here. Then we get the move up, it comes back down, finds support, and then goes again. This buy signal here, that's the entry, goes along here. We get another buy signal when it crosses this next line. So it's not just the candle crossing, it's understanding the behavior of the candle that's crossing those VWAP lines. It looks at the previous candle. Has that candle actually got more volume than the previous candle? So if we're looking for an upward momentum candle, it's got to be an accumulation candle. There's got to be more buyers than sellers in that candle, okay, in that particular time frame. There's 10 minutes on here. And also it has to be higher than average volume, and those calculations are worked out behind the scenes. So we get another entry here. Massive move up at this point. And then we sort of go into the close, we come back down, form support, then resistance. Again, we're not going to go into the close taking that buy signal. We go on to the next day, we're already defining some major support and resistance zones here, look, and then down here. So when we start to get signals at this point, we get a sell signal here. So you've got to say to yourself, right, on the previous day, we found some short-term support there. So, I'm only interested in that short if it actually breaks that short-term support. Again, we get a buy signal at this point here. We're not going to go long into that resistance zone. We just stay away from the trade. Then all of a sudden we get a sell signal here, we break through that support and resistance zone, and we get a nice move down. We do not get the bounce back trade there. Just doesn't happen. The next day, again, we're taking some support from that previous day and some recent here, and then some resistance here. So these sell signals here, these are good ones. Only breaks it at that point there, only a very small trade. We get some buy signals coming back up though. Again, we've got to take in consideration this resistance zone right here. So our entry for these two buy signals is actually quite conservative above there. But when it breaks, boy, does it break all the way up to here, okay? So again, we're getting that signal from that VWAP Predator, but just some sensible looking left and getting some very recent support and resistance zones that are going to frame your charts to give you your entries or to keep you out of a trade. It is very, very crucial. We go on to the next day. In this case here, we pull back just before the close. That gives us a good support. Comes back up through, and this is the Thursday before Good Friday, so there's always going to be low volume because everybody's clearing off for a long weekend. There are buy signals coming up above this resistance here, one here, so we'd probably go long at this point here, and it does eventually move up. There's some sell signals here, but we're not going to sell it short into support. Pretty scrappy day, so understanding your trading day is very important as well. You know, Good Friday is once a year. The day before, you know, there's no real trading on Good Friday, but actually the day before, there's a lot of traders taking that day off to travel to go for a long weekend, so the volume is going to be pretty scrappy. So again, this is the ThinkorSwim version of the VWAP Predator on bonds, because I've had a question about it recently. I thought just show the diversity of this trading indicator for those buy and sell signals for day trading. So this particular VWAP Predator, the xBrat VWAP Predator, is perfect for scalping and day trading. It is not a swing trading. So anything up to 15 minutes is pretty good. 30 minutes you probably get away with, but to be honest, you're talking 1 minute, 3, 5, 10, 12, 15 minute sort of time frames. This is, you know, these are spectacular moves in the day. Got to be patient. You might get 3 days out of 5 with some really great trading opportunities. But when we get into those narrow ranges and we can't break through those support and resistance, we need to be able to sit on our hands and say no. That's one of the biggest important things with any trading strategy. Hopefully that helps. Check out the links below for the not just the ThinkorSwim version of the VWAP Predator, it's also available for lots of other platforms. So check out that link, see if it's available for the platform you use for charting and trading.